Joel Embiid and the 76ers just absolutely having their way with the Boston Celtics. What did you think of the performance of Joel Embiid last night?
He's playing like an old school Chevy, and I appreciate that. Because look at that, old school post moves, getting it on the block, jab step, pump fake, drive the middle. And how about the double step back at the end of the game for a 7-footer? Get a small player on you, punish them. And that's what he's doing. I appreciate that. And he truly exposes, and I know the Celtics have dealt with a lot of COVID-related missed games with their big up front, but he really exposes when these two teams play, why Boston big man production is gonna cost them when the postseason comes. They've struggled. Now, Robert Williams has shown promise, and I believe that guy can be somebody that they can rely on moving forward. And Taco Fall, you know, the big fella is a fan favorite, but I still need him to ball a lot better. You know, Wagner is my guy from Michigan. But they're gonna need some consistency at that spot, Jacoby, along with Kemba Walker. If the Celtics are gonna do anything, I wanna celebrate the Sixers being tied with the Nets for the best record in the East. But it's hard to ignore that the Celtics are struggling in that conference when you start to look at the standings.
And they had no answer for Embiid, but they also turned the ball over a lot. I mean, this wasn't all just good defense from the 76ers. It just seemed like they had, Smart had 6 turnovers, and the Celtics as a team had 22 turnovers. This Boston team is just not only below expectations, but way, way below expectations. When you look at the standings in the East and you see where Boston is, that is not where any of us expected them to be at the beginning of the season. But right now, we're going to focus on the Western Conference, because the Warriors and the Bucks game went down to the wire at the very end. The ball was kind of bouncing around. No one really knew where it was going, and it ended up getting blocked by Andrew Wiggins right here, and the Warriors came away with the win, and Steph Curry was cooking again. What do you think about these Warriors as they hover around that playing position in the West?
Good to see Wiggins making plays. And when Oubre was struggling earlier in the year, you know, I came onto this show and told everybody to calm down, that he was going to be a productive player. And against the Hawks and in this game, he played really well. But the highlight from this game, and obviously you want to see Wiseman be productive and catch some lobs and give you some rim running. The elephant in the room is that the Golden State Warriors are going to be a part of the play-in game, which means Steph Curry, the greatest home run hitter in the history of the NBA from three-point range, is gonna get a chance to not only play himself into the playoffs, but possibly upset one of these top seeds. Imagine you're the Suns, you're the Jazz, and you get the Golden State Warriors and a hot Steph Curry in the first round. That's what stood out when I watched this game, Jacoby.
Now, the play-in situation's a little complicated. 7 and 8 would play each other, and 9 and 10 would play each other. The loser of 7 and 8 would then play the winner of 9 and 10 for the 8th seed. Now, that could mean that the Jazz or the Suns, as you mentioned, end up playing the Warriors in the first round. And whenever you have Steph Curry, you have a chance for an upset, even in a 7-game series. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch how this all ends up with the Mavericks playing really well and the Lakers kind of sliding. We could be in a position where the Lakers have to win to get in the playoffs, but we will see.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.